Hello everyone, my name is Ravi Chauhan. I'm assistant professor in Gambia School of Pharmacy, which is a part of the Suresh Gambia University. Here we are going to discuss about the topic that is your aromatic acids. And in the last lectures of this aromatic acids, we have already studied about what are aromatic acids and what are the its method of preparation. So here we are going to study about the chemical reactions. And this aromatic acids come in your pharmaceutical organic chemistry second in your third semester. So the learning objective of this topic is that we are going to discuss about the aromatic acids, how they are, how the chemical reactions of benzoic acids are occurring, and the student outcome here that they will going to know about the aromatic acids, and they are also going to know about the products that are formed from the benzoic acids by bromination, nitration mechanism, and etc. Other mechanism also. So here we have already discussed the chemical reaction of benzoic acids, and these are the few chemical reactions which were left. So here we are going to discuss this chemical reactions and the products that are formed from this benzoic acids by these mechanisms. These are bromination, nitration, and also we are going to study that why some of the compounds does not give the Friedel-Crafts reactions, that is Friedel-Crafts acylation or your Friedel-Crafts alkylation. So here in this topic, in this today's lecture, we are going to discuss all about this. Next, the chemical properties of benzoic acid. As we have already studied in the last lecture, that the benzoic acid is a solid bicrystalline substance that is chemically classified as an aromatic carboxylic acid. So this benzoic acid is in a state of the solid, not in the liquid or in the gaseous state, and it is a white crystalline substances. Means here its color is your white, and it is present in a crystal form, in solid in a crystal form, and it is chemically classified as an aromatic carboxylic acid. So it comes in the category of a aromatic carboxylic acid because the benzoic acid is containing the structure that is having an aromatic benzene, and above benzene there is a functional group that is your COOH, and which shows or which signifies that the COOH group is for your carboxylic acid. So here benzoic acid is your solid white crystalline substances, and that is chemically classified as an aromatic carboxylic acid. And its molecular formula may be written as your C7H6O2 because here they are a mixture of this aromatic carboxylic acid, this chemical molecular formula which we have written here. Otherwise, we can also write like this C6H5 COOH. So adding the both C6H5, C6H5 and COOH, this molecular formula came out from that addition. So this can be written like this also, C7H6O2, because the carbon that are present in the benzoic acid, whole benzoic acid structure is your 7 carbon, and the hydrogen that are present in the benzoic acid structure, that is your 6 hydrogen, and the oxygen that are present in the benzoic acid, that is your 2 oxygen atoms. And its chemical properties, the chemical properties of these benzoic acids are based on the fact that each molecule consists of an acidic carboxylic group which is attached to an aromatic ring structure. So these chemical properties are generally based on that the molecules, each molecules are consist of an acidic carboxylate. Means here the aromatic ring consisting of the carboxylic group, and this carboxylic group is acidic in character, and this acidic group is attached to an aromatic ring structure. And the carboxylic group can undergo reactions to form products such as your salts, esters, and acid halide. So these carboxylic groups, when they are undergoing any reaction, they are forming salt formation, ester formation, and acid halide. These chemical reactions, we have studied in our last lecture, in which we have studied the chemical reactions of these carboxylic groups. There we have already formed the salts, esters, and acid halides. And now today we are going to discuss about these reactions by aromatic ring, which are undergoing reactions such as your sulfonation, nitration, halogenation. So here we are going to discuss about the sulfonation, nitration, and halogenation. That due to the addition of sulfuric acid or nitric acid or halogen, what products we are getting from this benzoic acid. So here the question arises why benzoic acid and benzaldehydes are meta-directing groups. So in the case of benzoic acid, since the COOH group is an electron withdrawing group, so this electron withdrawing group, because of this presence of the electron withdrawing group COOH group, because of the resonance minus M effect. So here the resonance minus M effect is occurring. So the carbon atoms at the ortho and para positions get a positive charge. So in the benzene ring, due to the presence of the COOH group, which is acting as an electron withdrawing group, and there is a resonance in this ring, and that is why the carbon, due to the resonance, the minus M effect is happening in this benzene ring. So due to the so due to this resonance, the carbon atoms that are present on the ortho and the para positions, they are getting this positive charge. Thus, the incoming electrophile is directed towards the meta position. So if they are getting the positive charge, then the place that is left on the benzene ring, that is your meta position. And if an electrophile is attacking the benzene ring, then it will come to the meta position, because ortho and para is already having the positive charge, and the electrophiles are having the positive charge. So the electrophile will not go to the ortho and the para position, because electrophile is also already having the positive charge. So positive charge will repel each other. That is why it will direct it towards the meta position. Similarly, the CHO group of benzaldehyde is an electron withdrawing group. It activated the aromatic ring by decreasing the electron density at the alpha and the para position. Thus, the electrophile attacks the meta position. So here the CHO group of benzaldehyde. So the CHO group that is also present on this benzene ring, that is also an electron withdrawing group. So this electron withdrawing group is also having the resonance that minus M effect. So it deactivated the aromatic ring by decreasing the electron density at the ortho and the para position. So this CHO group that is attached to this benzaldehyde is also an electron withdrawing group. It means it is withdrawing electron from this benzene ring. So it will deactivate the aromatic ring. So this by this deactivation of the aromatic ring, there is a decrease in the electron density at the ortho and the para position. That is why the electrophile will attack to the meta position. So here, that is why both benzoic acid and benzaldehydes are meta-directing groups. As you can see here, this benzene ring is this is your carboxylic acid benzene. This is your benzoic acid ring, and in this you can see here the carboxylic acid is having the O that is having a withdrawing effect. So the electron withdrawing effect. Due to this electron withdrawing effect, there is a resonance in this position, and if there is a resonance in the this carboxylic acid, then O is having the O is withdrawing the electrons from this carbon, this double bond, and here O is having the negative charge, then carbon is having the positive charge, then carbon will also withdraw electron from this carbons, and here this will get the positive charge and the bond will shift to this position. After that, the positive charge of this here, it is on the ortho position, and this will and there is a formation of this, and this carbon will also withdraw electron from this carbon, and there is a formation of the double bond between this position. So this meta position is having no charge. So here the electrophile will attack to this position, and again the para position is having the positive charge, as you can see here. So after that, you can see the next position, there is a formation, this carbon will withdraw electron, and there is a shifting of this double bond from this position to this position. So this is also your meta position. After that, the ortho is also having the positive charge. So both ortho positions and one para position is having the positive charge, and this bond will then shift to this position, and there is a again there is a formation of this structure. So this is the resonance that is happening in this benzoic acid structure. So the group with double and triple bonds such as COOH or the CHO groups are meta-directing, because in the COOH there is a double bond present, and in the CHO group also there is a double bond present. That is why they are all meta-directing. Though through resonance, they remove electron from the pi system. So here in this, you can see here the resonance is happening, and due to this resonance, the pi system is removed. Remove the pi system from this pi system. There is a removal of this electrons, and this removes electron density from the ortho and the para position. So these are removing the electron density from this ortho and the para position. So this is your that is why this benzoic acid and the benzaldehydes are showing the meta-directing positions. So here next, this is the case of a benzaldehyde. So here you will see that the benzaldehyde is also having the double bond O. So this double bond O will also withdraw electron from this position, and the oxygen will get the negative charge, and the carbon will get the positive charge. So this positive charge will shift. There is a resonance happening, and there is a ortho on the ortho position. There is a positive charge. After that, this carbon will also withdraw electron from this from here. Then there this bond is shifted to this position. So here you can see the electron density. The meta carbon having the electron density which is very higher, and you can see now next here on the para position there is a positive charge. Again on the ortho position there is a positive charge. So here on the ortho and the para positions there are the positive charge, and there is a shifting of bonds are occurring. So here you can see the meta positions have high electron density, and this again there is a formation of this benzaldehyde structure. So here the meta carbons have your high electron density, so they are more attractive to an attacking electrophile. So groups like your COOH and your CHO are meta-directing because they are withdrawing groups. So they are electrons. This oxygen is withdrawing electron from this carbon, and after that this is also withdrawing electron, and there is a resonance happening in this benzene ring. That is why this ortho and para is having the positive charge, and there is a shifting of this. There is a pi bond electron density, higher electron density on this meta position. So that is why the electrophile will attack to this position, not to this, because there will be repulsion on these positions. So here in this structure, you will see that the electron withdrawing group is having the partial negative charge, and it is withdrawing electrons. And when it is withdrawing electrons, so it's the ortho and the meta position will having the positive charge, and this the dash structure, this dash circle is showing here the resonance is happening here in the fufu hole, a benzene ring, and in this X, that is your electron withdrawing groups. And here you can see the partial positive charge on the ortho and the para position. So only the meta position is left. So this meta position will be attacked by the electrophile, because the electrophile is all having the positive charge, and if it will attack to the ortho and the para position, then there is a repulsion here. So that is why this electrophile will attack to this meta position. Next is the benzoic acid meta-reacting electrophilic substitution reaction general mechanism. Here it is showing the mechanism of this meta-directing electrophilic substitution reaction. So here in the first step, you will see the nucleophile electrophile will generate. So here, due to the presence of the catalyst in the reaction, this catalyst will due to the presence of this catalyst, there is a formation, or you can say the generation of this electrophile. As you can say, the nucleophile will withdraw electron from this electrophile, and the electrophile will get the positive charge. So due to the presence of this positive charge, this nucleophile, this is having a negative charge, and it will get attached to this catalyst. So here you can see in the first step, there is an electrophile which is having the positive charge, and here nucleophile get attached to this bonded will form a bond with this with this catalyst. So in the second step, you will see the electrophile attack the pi electron system. Now this electrophile is attacking the pi electron system, means the double bond system. So here it is attacking on this meta directing position, and you can see here the positive charge will shift to this position. So in the third step here, you will see the atomicity is restored by the loss of proton. So from here, from this position, you can see this proton will get lost from here, and there is a shifting of bond from this proton which leave from this aromatic ring, and there is a shifting of this bond from here to here. So here the H positive will get attached to this nucleophile. So here there is a this bond that has been left by this hydrogen, this proton, then this bond will shift to this position. So there is a formation of this like this structure, and this nucleophile will attack this hydrogen, and this which is acting as electrophile. So here the catalyst is moved as it has in the reaction. So this is the reaction mechanism of this benzoic acid, which is reacting, which is showing that this is a meta directing, that the electrophile is attacking the or meta directing position. And in this now the second question arises that why benzoic acid will not undergo Friedel-Crafts reaction. Why this benzoic acid is not showing this Friedel-Crafts reaction? So due to the presence or because COOH group present in the aromatic carboxylic acid is an electron withdrawing group causing deactivation of benzene ring. So here it is causing this COOH group, which is present in the aromatic carboxylic acid, which is an electron withdrawing group, that is causing deactivation of your benzene ring. So here you will see there is a deactivation of the benzene ring, and this results in the bonding of anhydrous. This is your strong Lewis acid, that is aluminum chloride, and with carboxylic acid. So here, hence electrophilic substitution, that is your Friedel-Crafts reaction does not occur in aromatic carboxylic acid, and Friedel-Crafts reactions prefer electron donating or ring activating group in the substrate, and group or substitution attached to the benzene ring that favor Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction are alkyne, alloxy, halogens, and acetoamido groups. So here it is written that due to the presence of the COOH group in the in your aromatic carboxylic acid, which is your electron withdrawing group. This is your due to the presence of the COOH in this aromatic carboxylic acid, because the COOH is the electron withdrawing group, and it is causing the deactivation of the benzene ring. So there is a deactivation in the benzene ring. So due to this, there is a bonding of anhydrous Lewis acid with this carboxylic group. So here the bonding is formed between this catalyst, that is your anhydrous aluminum chloride, which is your strong Lewis acid, with this carboxylic group, COOH group. So the hence electrophilic substitution, that the electrophilic substitution, that is your Friedel-Crafts reaction, is not occurring or does not occur in this aromatic carboxylic acid, and the Friedel-Crafts reaction is preferring the electron donating or your ring activating group in the substrate. So here the Friedel-Crafts reaction is happening in that benzene ring or in that substrate that is having an electron donating group that is attached to the ring, or a ring activating group that is present in the substrate. So group or substitutions that are attached to the benzene ring that favors Friedel-Crafts acylation reactions. So the groups that or substitution that are attached to this aromatic ring, or you can say to the benzene ring, they favors Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction, and these are your alkyl, alloxy, halogens, acetoamido groups. So these groups are your electron donating groups. Alkyl is your electron donating, alloxy, but halogen is your electron withdrawing. But it acts as both the deactivation or the activation. It acts as an activation group also. So here, when these groups are attached to your benzene ring, then they favors your Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. Next, your meta-directing groups usually do not undergo Friedel-Crafts reaction. So this meta-directing groups here, they do not undergo Friedel-Crafts reaction, as you can see in this reaction. Then benzoic acid is acting as a substrate, and this RX, and due to the presence of this anhydrous aluminum chloride, that is your or Lewis acid, a strong Lewis acid, there is no occurring of this Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction. And secondly, when this benzoic acid is acting as a substrate and there is a presence of this acid chloride, and you can see here in the presence of this AlCl3, and there is not happening a reaction that is on the meta-directing group. So here they are not showing the Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction or your Friedel-Crafts acylation reactions. So my benzoic acid is the reagent or a source of electrophile for Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. So here your benzoic acid is the reagent. When benzoic acid is the reagent, that is the source of your electrophile for Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. Okay, so here if your benzoic acid is acting as a reagent or a source of electrophile, means it is acting as an electrophile for this Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. So benzoic acid in the presence of strong acid like PPA, in the presence of your PPA, that is your polyphosphoric acid, and in the presence of your H2SO4, your TFA, that is your trifluoroacetic acid, generate acylium ion, that is resonance stabilized, and therefore will undergo Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. So here benzoic acid in the presence of strong acids like PPA, that is your or polyphosphoric acid, H2SO4, PFA, generate acylium ion, that is resonance stabilized, and therefore it undergoes Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. So here in this reaction, we will see the benzene ring that is reacted with this benzoic acid, and in the presence of a strong acid, this is a H positive is showing the acidity, and there is a formation of this benzophenol. So now H plus example is your polyphosphoric acid, or it can be your H2SO4, or it can be your TFA, that is your trifluoroacetic. So benzoic acid is acting as an electrophile source here and a reagent. So here, when the benzoic acid is acting as a reagent or a source of the electrophile, then they are giving this Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction, and the benzoic acid in the presence of the strong acid. So here there is a presence of the strong acid like PPA, that is a polyphosphoric acid, H2SO4, that is a sulfuric acid, TFA is your trifluoroacetic acid, and these are very strong acids, and they are generating this acylium ion. So here you can see they are generating this acylium ion. So here you can see this benzene is here benzene acylium ion is generating, and that is your resonance stabilized. This acylium ion is your resonance stabilized, and this will undergo your Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. And due to this benzene acylium ion which is generated, and which is your resonance stabilized, and um, there is a generation of this Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. So in the reaction, you can see that this is acting, now this benzoic acid is undergoing the Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. So here H positive examples are your PPA, polyphosphoric acid, H2SO4, or TFA, that is your trifluoroacetic acid. Next, why phenol does not undergo Friedel-Crafts reaction. So why phenol is not undergoing this Friedel-Crafts reaction? So phenol reacts to a very less extent during a Friedel-Crafts reaction, and the reason being that the oxygen atom of phenol has lone pair of electron which coordinate with Lewis acid. So here you will see the phenol reacts to a very less extent during Friedel-Crafts reaction. So phenol is reacting to a very less extent in this Fiddlecraft reaction. And the reaction being that the oxygen atom of this phenol has lone pair of electron which coordinate with Lewis acid. So they are reacting or they are forming a coordinate bond with this Lewis acid. In fact, most substituent with lone pair would give poor yield. The two pathway involved in the reaction with phenol reduces the overall yield. So here, due to this presence of this oxygen atom in this phenol, and this oxygen is having a lone pair, and this lone pair will form a bond that is your coordinate bond with the Lewis acid. And due to this due to this they are going a very less extent during Fiddlecraft reaction, and the substituents that are having this lone pair, they are giving a very poor yield. So here they are showing the two pathway in which the phenol is undergoing the reaction, and it is reducing the overall rate. So here it is reducing the overall rate. So see, is first is your acylation and second is your alkylation. So here you will see that here see carbon, on the carbon there is a electrophilic aromatic substitution, and on this oxygen there is a nucleophilic acyl substitution, because the oxygen is having the lone pair, so it will get attacked to this carbon which is acting as electrophile. And firstly this carbon, on this carbon this is acting as electrophile, and this is reacting on this benzene. So here the two reactions are going to see acylation, and the second is your O acylation. Phenols are example of your bidentate nucleophiles, meaning that they can react at two positions. So phenol is your bidentate nucleophile, and they will react at two positions. Firstly, on the aromatic ring, giving an aryl ketone via C acylation, that is your Fiddlecraft reaction. Second is your phenolic oxygen, that is giving an ester via O acylation and esterification. So here phenols are giving an example of bidentate nucleophile, and they react at two positions. And firstly, on the aromatic ring, they are giving an aryl ketone via this C acylation, that is a Fiddlecraft reaction. And the secondly, it is your phenolic oxygen that is giving an ester via O acylation. So here in the previous reaction, you can see here in the previous reaction, this phenol is acting as a bidentate. So here it is taking this aromatic ring, and this is giving you carbon acylation, and on this they are giving esterification. So here this formation is your esterification, and here it is giving you a ketone. So here this is your ketone because here is the alkyl group and the second is your aryl group, and here it is the ester. So here it is acting as a bidentate and giving the two reactions. That is your Fiddlecraft reaction. There is a carbon acylation, and there is a formation of this aryl ketone. Secondly, is where they are involving of oxygen, that is phenolic oxygen is involving, and they are giving a ester via O acylation, and this is your esterification. So the reagent which are required in both the reactions is in your C acylation, there is a acylating agent, that is your acyl chloride or anhydride and AlCl3. And in the O acylation, there is a acylating agent, that is your acyl chloride or anhydride. The product of C acylation is more stable and predominate under condition of thermodynamic control, and that is when AlCl3 is present. So here the product that is formed from the C acylation is more stable and predominates under condition of your thermodynamic control. And in this condition, there is a presence of this Lewis acid, which is a strong acid, and the product of this O acylation that is formed faster and predominates under condition of kinetic control. So as C acylation is happening under the condition of thermodynamic control, and this O acylation is happening under the condition of your kinetic control. So O acylation can be promoted by either acid catalyst via protonation of the acylating agent, increasing its electrophilicity, and secondly is your base catalysis, that is your via deprotonation of the phenol and increasing its nucleophilicity. So this acid catalysis that is happening via protonation of the acylating agent, it is increasing the electrophilicity, and secondly, it is overacylation, that is increasing its this nucleophilicity. So it is known that aryl esters rearranges to aryl ketones in the presence of your AlCl3 reaction, that is known as your Fries reagent that we have discussed in the phenol. And the O-acylated product after isolated is treated with an excess of KlCl3, a reaction that is known as Fries reagent. So here we are obtaining a ortho and the para hydroxyacetophenone, and the ortho and the para isomers can be later separated by the chromatographic technique. So here you can see the phenol is reacting with this acid chloride in the presence of the strong Lewis acid, and there is a formation of this phenolic ester that is happening on the O-acylation. And if there is a presence of this excess AlCl3, then there are the two products are formed, that is the orthoisomers and the para isomers, orthohydroxy acetophenone or your para hydroxy acetophenone. So these both the isomers can be separated by using the technique that is your chromatographic technique, and this is your Fries reagent reaction. So here, but if the oxygen of the phenol is substituted, if oxygen is substituted, in that case, there is a presence of hydrogen. But if the oxygen is substituted, then, for example, we have taken here anisole, and this prefers to undergo acylation reaction at the carbon of the benzene ring, that is your C acylation. So the para isomers would be the major product. So here you will see the para will be the major product, and the minor product will be your orthoisomer. So this anisole is reacting with this acid chloride in the presence of the strong Lewis acid, and there is a formation of two products, minor and the major, and the para is acting as a major product, and this orthoisomer is acting as a minor product, and there is a happening of this deacylation, and you can separate it by this chromatography technique. Why aniline does not undergo Friedel-Crafts reaction? So aniline also do not go this Friedel-Crafts reaction. So it does not undergo Friedel-Crafts reactions because AlCl3, which is used as a Lewis acid and a catalyst in Friedel-Crafts reaction, being electron deficient, act as a Lewis base and act as attack on the lone pair of nitrogen present in the aniline. So there is a formation of an insoluble complex that will precipitate out, and the reaction does not take place. So here in the Friedel-Crafts reaction, the reaction undergoes with the presence of AlCl3, and this AlCl3 is acting as a Lewis base because it is acting as electron deficient, and it will attack on this nitrogen of this aniline, lone pair of the nitrogen that is present in the aniline, and there is a formation of the insoluble complex with that is precipitating out, and the reaction does not take place. So under the Friedel-Crafts reaction condition, the aniline, that is your Lewis base, bind to the electrophile, that is your AlCl3, acting as a Lewis base, Lewis acid, to give a coordination complex, acid plus base equals to salt, and the positive charge on the nitrogen is electron withdrawing, and it pulls the electron density of the ring by negative electron effect, and it therefore deactivates the ring for further acylation and alkylation reaction, and the complex precipitates out of the reaction mixture, and the reaction is not observed. So here the nitrogen, the positive charge on the nitrogen is acting as a withdrawing electron withdrawing, and here the electron density is pulled from this pulled due to by this negative inductive effect, and it after then it deactivates the aromatic ring, and for the further acylation or alkylation reaction, and this complex that is formed will precipitate out of the press reaction mixture, and the reaction is not observed. Next, you can see in this aniline, there is the presence of the lone pair on this nitrogen, and this AlCl3 will attack on this nitrogen, and this nitrogen is having the positive charge. Then this nitrogen will act as a electron withdrawing group, and it will withdraw the electron by this negative effect, and there is a formation of this salt that insoluble complex is formed, and this reaction further will not observed in this Friedel-Crafts acylation or alkylation reaction is not observed in the aniline. That is why it is not giving the Friedel-Crafts acylation or the alkylation. Next, Friedel-Crafts acylation. So the Friedel-Crafts acylation is the reaction of an adene with ethyl chloride or anhydride using a strong Lewis base, so Lewis acid catalyst. So here, this Friedel Crafts acylation is the reaction where we are reacting this arene with this acid chloride, acyl chloride, and or anhydride using a catalyst that is a Lewis acid Lewis acid, strong Lewis acid, and the reaction proceeds by electrophilic aromatic substitution. There is a electrophilic aromatic substitution to form monoacylated products. So arene in a hydrocarbon with alternating double or single bond between carbon atom forming ring aromatic hydrocarbon. The arenes are that hydrocarbons that are having a double and a single bond. So reaction here, you can see here, this is a benzene, that is your arene, and it is reacting with this acid chloride and in the presence of the catalyst, and there is a product formed that is due to the electrophilic aromatic substitution. Next, Friedel-Crafts alkylation. So here benzene is giving this Friedel-Crafts alkylation, and there is a formation of this attacking this chloride, that is your ethyl chloride, and in the presence of your Lewis acid, and there is a formation of this ethyl benzene, that is your yes, the reaction mechanism is like this, that this Lewis acid will break the electron, and this is acting as electrophile, and this electrophile will attack this aromatic ring, and there is an electrophilic substitution that is happening here. So the nitration of benzoic acids. So here the nitration, how the nitration of benzoic acid will yield the meta-nitrobenzoic acid or M-nitrobenzoic acid as major product. So here a mixture, if because nitration is also electron withdrawing group, so there the reaction that is happening will be on the meta position. So here the nitration of benzoic acid will yield meta-nitrobenzoic acid or meta-nitrobenzoic acid as your major product. So if a mixture of concentrated sulfuric acid and fuming nitric acid is used, further nitration of the initial product will result in the formation of a 3,5-dinitrobenzoic acid as a secondary product. So the carboxylic acid group on the benzoic benzene is an electron deactivating group. So it is acting as a deactivating group, and most deactivating groups are the meta directing. So this is simply because the electron donating effect of the electron group pushes electron density on the ortho and the para position, while the electron withdrawing group effects of deactivating group pull electron density away from the ortho and the para position. In both cases, the meta position is left almost unaffected, and when electron density is pulled away from the ortho and the para position, then the meta position becomes a more reactive site. So here the nitration of benzoic acid is giving the meta nitrobenzoic acid or your M nitrobenzoic acid as a major product, and in this we are using a mixture of your concentrated sulfuric acid and your fumic nitric acid, and this nitration of this initial product is resulting in the formation of the product that is a 3,5 nitrobenzoic acid, and 3,5 position is your meta position, and on the both the position there is the substitution or there is an attack of the nitro group, and this is a secondary product that is formed. So the carboxylic acid group on the benzene is a strong deactivating group. So the carboxylic acid group that is present on the benzene ring is a strong deactivating group, and this deactivating groups are meta directing. So these deactivating groups are your meta directing, and this is simply because the electron donating effect. There is a electron donating effect that is happening, and of this activating group, such as this is activating group because the activating groups are pushing the electron towards the benzene ring. So here pushing electron density on the ortho and the para position, and the electron withdrawing effect also carrying the deactivating groups. They are pulling the electron density away from the ortho and the para position. So in both cases, the meta position is left almost unaffected. So, and when electron density is pulled away, so here if the electron density is pulled away from the ortho and the para position, then the meta position becomes the most reactive. So here if your electron density is pulling away from this ortho and the para position, because it is acting as an electron withdrawing, because in this there is the effect of this electron withdrawing effect because of the presence of this deactivating group. And in both the cases, in the electron donating effect also and in the electron withdrawing effect, and due to the activating group or deactivating group, in both cases the meta position is left unaffected because the electron density is pulled away from your ortho and the para position. So meta position is acting or becomes the most reactive site. So that is why on the nitration this is happening. So in this you can see the benzoic acid. Here we have taken this bromine nitric acid, and this reaction is undergoing at temperature 100 degrees centigrade. And also we have taken here concentrated H2SO4. So here you will see there are these products are formed. On ortho also the nitro is attached, and meta also there is nitro is attached, on para also. But the percentage of the formation of this ortho-nitrobenzoic acid and this para-nitrobenzoic acid is very low as compared to this meta-nitrobenzoic acid. So this is your major product that is formed due to this nitration reaction. So here you can see the nitric reaction mechanism. So here you have here the nitric acid is given, which is reacting with this acid catalyst, that is your H2SO4, and there is a formation of this bisulfate anion, and cation is also formed. After that, this cation is there is an irreversible reaction, and there is a formation of this nitronium ion. So the nitronium ion is formed here. After that, this nitronium ion is reacting with this benzoic acid on the meta position. So you will see that there is a formation of this nitrobenzoic acid, meta nitrobenzoic acid, and in this the fourth reaction, that is your and that you can see this is your nitric acid product, and after reacting with this, there this hydrogen is substituted, or you can say the hydrogen leave from here, and this hydrogen after leaving get attached to this sulfuric, that is your hydrogen sulfide anion, and this hydrogen is having the positive charge, it is acting as nucleophile, and this sulfate hydrogen sulfate anion is acting as nucleophile, and both positive negative will attack, and there is a formation of this catalyst, that is H2SO4, which was acting as a catalyst, and this hydrogen after remaining the bond will shift to this position because this carbon is having the positive charge due to this, because this is reacting to this position of this benzoic acid. So the bond shifted to this side, the electron will be drawn to this side because this is having the positive charge, and this carbon is having the positive charge, and this is having a negative. That is why this nitrogen is reacting to this side. So here there is a presence of this proton also. Then there on the fourth step, there is a deprotonation will occur here. This proton will leave from here, and this will get attached to this hydrogen sulfate ion, and this there is a formation of H2SO4, and it leave as it is added in the step first, and this is acting as a catalyst, this H2SO4, concentrated H2SO4, and there is a formation of this meta nitro benzoic acid. Next, bromination of benzoic acid. So in this, you will see the carboxylic group in benzoic acid is an electron withdrawing group, and therefore it is a meta-directing. So here, similarly, bromination of benzoic acid will yield your meta-bromobenzoic acid or M-bromo acid as meso product. So here you will see the carboxylic acid is acting as an electron withdrawing group, and it is a meta-directing. So in the bromination of benzoic acid, you will yield a meta-bromobenzoic acid or M-bromo acid, which is your major product. So here also the same reaction, that benzoic acid is reacting with this bromine in the presence of this Lewis acid base, that is your FeBr3, and in this you will see the three products are formed: ortho-bromobenzoic acid, M-bromobenzoic acid, and P-bromobenzoic acid. And the ortho and the para are in a less amount as compared to the meta. So here the meta, because this whole process is meta directing, that is why a meta product is your meta yield is more as compared to the others. So in this reaction mechanism, you will see the bromine will react with this. There is a formation. This bromine will react with this FeBr3. After that, this one bromine will remove from here, and this will get attacked to this meta position. And here you will see there is a presence of this H, and this will be attacked by the base, and there is a formation of this bromo. So this base will be a bromo, so second bromo, this bromo, and there is a formation of this acid HBr. So here meta bromo benzoic acid is formed. So some other important aromatic acids are your salicylic acid, and this is the structure of the salicylic acid. And this salicylic acid is used as a food preservative, a bactericidal, and an antiseptic also. And this salicylic acid as a medication is used most commonly to remove the outer layer of the skin, and it is also used in the treatment of warts, psoriasis, acne, ringworm, dandruff, and ichthyosis. And salicylic acid is also used as a keratolytic. So this is another aromatic acid, the salicylic acid, and these uses are given here, and its structure is also given. And its structure chemically it is known as 2-hydroxybenzoic acid, because on the second position hydroxy group is attached. Next is your gallic acid. So gallic acid is a trihydroxybenzoic acid because it is on the three meta and the para position hydroxy groups are attached 3, 4, 5. So trihydroxybenzoic acid. It is act as a phenolic acid, and it is found in your garnet, sumac, witch hazel, tea leaves, oak bark, and other plants also. And the gallic acid groups are usually bonded to form dimers, that is your ellagic acids, and hydrosable tannins break down on hydrolysis to give gallic acid, and glucose or ellagic acids and glucose known as gallotannins and ellagitannins respectively. And the gallic acid extracted from grape seeds have been shown to induce apoptosis or cell death in prostate and breast cancer cell also. In addition to being toxic toward cancerous cells, gallic acid does not have a negative effect on healthy cells. So these are also act as an antioxidant also, because they defend the body against the free radical and oxidative damage also. This gallic acid has an antifungal and antiviral effect, and anti-inflammatory properties also. So this is the structure of your ellagic acid. So gallic acid can support the heart as well, particularly heart of patients suffering from type 1 diabetes. So the supplements of gallic acid were noted to decrease the chances of developing heart-related conditions among these individuals. And the regular intake of food with gallic acid can be good for the brain also. And gallic acid can defend the brain nerves and tissues from deterioration caused by a neurodegenerative disease. Next is your acetyl salicylic acid. So this is also known as ASA or your aspirin. This is the structure of your acetyl salicylic acid, which is also 2-etoxybenzoic acid. So aspirin is used to reduce fever, relieve mild and moderate pain from conditions such as the muscle ache, toothaches, and common cold headaches. And it may also used to reduce pain and swelling in conditions such as arthritis. Aspirin is also known as salicylate and a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, that is an NSAID. Aspirin is used to prevent blood clot, and this also effect reduces the risk of stroke and the heart attack. And it is used this dose, its low dose is used in blood thinner to prevent blood clotting. This is the taulic acid. These are the three structures of the taulic acid: orthotaulic acid, metataulic acid, and the parataulic acid. And the taulic acid has the three isomers. And orthotaulic acid is prepared by oxidation of orthoxylene with nitric acid, and methatolene, well-known insect repellent. And paratolene is used as an intermediate in the conversion of your paraxylene to tetraphthalic acid, a commodity chemical used in the manufacture of polyethylene terephthalate. So phthalic acid. So this phthalic acid, this is also having the three isomers, and it is an aromatic dicarboxylic acid with the formula C6H4CO2H whole 2, and it is an isomer of isophthalic acid and tetraphthalic acid. It is a basic acid with pK of 2.89 and 5.51, and it is a monophosphate salt potassium hydrogen sulfate. Phthalate is a standard acid in analytical chemistry. Typically, phthalate esters are prepared from the widely available phthalic anhydride. So these are some of the questions. The presence of CF3 group in the acid gives a higher acidic strength compared to the presence of NO2. The true or false? True. Which of the following has a higher acidic character than a benzoic acid? So it's P-bromobenzoic acid. So if the pK value of acetic acid is 4.76, then the HCl is -7. So here, acrylic acid is a stronger acid than benzoic acid. That is false. So if it is given that the following compound has a higher pK value than benzoic acid, which of the most probably substrate group X of the compound is? That is your OH. Which of the following is the strongest acid? That is your DCCl3COOH. Which of the following has the highest pK value? That is your D, iodoacetic acid. So which of the following will have the highest acidic acid? That is your B, 2-chlorobutanoic acid. Which is the correct order of acidity of the following? That is your C, propoylic acid, acrylic acid, or acetic acid. And which is the correct order of pK value of the following acid? That is your A, benzoic acid is having a much smaller pK value than M-nitrobenzoic acid and P-nitrobenzoic. And these are the references from where you can study this topic. And this second unit of your organic chemistry second has been completed. Now we will, in the next lecture, we will study about the third unit that comes in your organic chemistry second. Thank you so much for today's lecture.